Hey up everyone, Magpie9901 here, and in this video we're going to take a look at Days Gone. Now, I'm going to say before we get going, freaking squeaky chair, it's all I can hear, fucking thing. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at this, and before I get into it, I'm just going to say that I don't know a massive amount about this game. I have only been researching it for about the last, I don't know, 2 days, 3 days maybe, so I don't know a huge amount about it, but it really interests me. The more I look at it, the more I watch some of the few videos of it that are out there. I quite like the look of it, so it's got my attention. So I thought I'd just do a little video going through what it is, what it could be, when it's going to be, and etc, etc. So basically Days Gone is an open world action adventure game, and it's set after a pandemic devastates the global population, and it's turned a lot of people into, now they're saying that they're not zombies, they're sort of like feral humans. They want to eat you, but they're not zombies, they can run, etc, etc. It's just one of those. And you play as a guy called Deacon St. John, who is a bounty hunter, and he's struggling for survival basically. Now, it's currently being developed by Bend Studio, which is owned by Sony. And Bend Studio has been on the go for quite a while. They've been on the go since 1993 with their founders Mark Blank and Michael Berlin. And they are headquartered in Oregon in the United States in a town called Bend. Now, their most notable games are Siphon Filter. They've done the whole series of Siphon Filter. And they've also done a couple of Uncharted games for the PS Vita. And the last game that they released was Uncharted Fight for Fortune, which was released in 2012. So when this game does eventually release, it'll be quite a while since the last one released. It's quite a big gap between games on this one. Now, full production of this game started back in January 2015, and it's been developed using Unreal Engine 4. Now, currently a release date for this game isn't known. There was rumours that it would be out last year. That never happened. There was a gameplay video that was done last year at E3 which showcased in-game graphics. Now, it was billed as a gameplay demo, yet obviously if you watch it, it's very scripted, so it's not actually a person playing that character, it's just to show you like what the in-game graphics would be, and it does look very good, I've got to say. Completely done in the third person perspective. When you shoot, it kind of almost goes into first person, but you've still got like the shoulder and the gun at the side, so it is just third person all the way. Now, the game's going to include a dynamic day and night cycle, and obviously during the day these feral humans, or freakers as they're called within the game, will become fairly slow and a bit docile, and then obviously when it gets into the night time they wake up and they move a lot faster, they're able to climb a lot quicker, kind of what we've seen in other games gone by. Now, I like the setting for this game. Obviously the studios is in Oregon in the US, and the game looks like it's set in the Pacific Northwest. Very rugged terrain, very mountainous, trees, forests, and I love these kind of settings within games and in movies as well. And it's just that very idyllic but can soon turn into a nightmarish environment. It's lovely, lush looking during the day, but completely scary as hell during the night. Definitely the kind of setting I like in games, and it kind of reminds me of the Alan Wake setting, very mysterious. Now, as with a lot of these open world games, there's going to be crafting involved. You've got different ways to approach scenarios. When you go to, say, loot a building or something like that, you can do the stealthy approach, or you can do the one that I like best, which is just all guns blazing approach when you go into buildings, and you can basically check out towns, buildings, look for things to loot, things to take, stuff like that, explore everywhere. Actually, how big this open world setting isn't really described, such as like Battlegrounds that recently came out. You've got an 8 km square area to explore and die in over and over again. How big the setting is in Days Gone is unknown right now, but as you can see by some of the pictures that I'm showing and indeed the videos, it's a very lush looking game. It does look really nice, and it's the kind of setting that I really enjoy. And up until a few days ago I knew nothing about this game. I'd seen something that I kind of remember from a year or so ago. It might have been E3 last year, and I think I maybe saw the demo, but it quickly went out of my mind. And I'd seen an article a few days ago when I was looking on my phone, because when I do these videos I research a lot of it while I'm on my breaks at work, and I was flicking through Facebook on my phone and there was a post from somewhere, and I can't for the life of me remember where this post was from, but it basically showed the iconic image where he's running away from the train car and all of these feral humans are jumping out of the train car, and it kind of reminds you of World War Z, or World War Z, where there's so many of them bunched together that they almost start to flow like the water, you know, as they're piling out, and it's a scary image to think, you know, what would it be like to be chased by something like that? God, it'd be absolutely freaky. But I can't remember where this article was from, and I would think that article was probably the latest update to this game. So I'm really pissed off that I've lost it, but anyway, I need to start saving and bookmarking things when I save them. When I see them, sorry. But yeah, it just got me interested in this game, and it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to follow. As yet, with no release date for this game. Could be this year. I think some people are touting it as being released later this year, but every official place that I look just says to be confirmed. So we will just have to wait and see. The other thing that interests me about this game is that a lot of these post-apocalyptic games there's a lot of indie titles that are done under this genre, and there's not very many huge budget titles that are done in this genre. So for this to have the backing of Sony, for it to be coming from one of their studios, it'll obviously have a fair amount of money chucked at it. So it'd be interesting to see what they come up with. I'm not slagging off indie titles, by the way. There are some brilliant indie titles in the post-apocalyptic genre, but there just seems to be too many of them that fall by the wayside. They don't get enough backing, you know, to reach the full potential. I mean, there are some really crap ones out there, but there are some good ones, and they just need that injection of cash to get them over the line. But this, coming from a big studio, shouldn't struggle with something like that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this turns out. Hoping it will come out later this year. It definitely looks like a game that I'd like to play, but we'll just have to see where it goes. So anyway folks, thank you very much for watching and listening. I'll bring you more information on this game as I get it, so please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.
on! Come on!
PlayStation